Hey guys, so I was just looking around online and I come across this article that was released, and they were discussing Kevin Samuel's autopsy report. And we've talked about the autopsy and so forth. So I thought, let's just talk a little bit about it and go over what is actually going on with that and the status. So, based upon this article, and let's just give a little background. The coroner conducted the autopsy on May 6th. That was the day after Kevin Samuels passed away. The autopsy was conducted. My opinion is that during that autopsy on May 6th, they took whatever substances they needed to take during the autopsy to conduct a toxicology test. And as it stands right now, the toxicology test, in my opinion, is still pending because the coroner's office basically is stating allegedly that the autopsy results are pending. Usually when it's like this, usually they would have already found out a cause by now. The fact that it's taking this long and the autopsy was conducted on the 6th, my belief is that they're waiting for toxicology results to come back. It usually can take anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple of months. It could take a while for those tests to come back. And that's why it's still pending. But based upon this article, they give a little summary of what they believe is a rumor that's going around regarding the possible cause of Kevin Samuels' death. And in this article, they say Kevin Samuels is rumored to have died from consuming cocaine laced with fentanyl. However, the real cause of Kevin Samuels' death has not been revealed yet. The Office of Fulton County Medical Examiner performed an autopsy on Mr. Kevin Samuels on Friday, May 6th. However, the cause of death and manner of death is pending. And so I put those two together. The fact that it's still pending, it has now been 2 weeks. And from my experience, when they do an autopsy, and usually they're going to give us, they would have let us know already if it wasn't related to some type of drug or they weren't doing some type of toxicology test. If the manner of death was not affiliated with, a toxicology test or them having to conduct one, usually they would have told us already what they thought it was. The fact that it's taking this long, in my opinion, is because they're waiting for those results. And there's allegedly a rumor going around that they think it's cocaine laced with fentanyl. And to me, it just adds to the very brief statement that I heard from the YouTuber I told you guys about, when he said that he had spoke to Kevin Samuels before, and Kevin Samuels had allegedly told him that he was overcoming some type of addiction. He didn't specify what type of addiction it was, though. He didn't say if it was drug or other addictions. But just hearing that, plus hearing this rumor about the possible cocaine laced with fentanyl, and the fact that the autopsy is still pending 2 weeks later, all makes me believe and formulate my opinion that in my opinion, there's possibly some type of drugs on board, which is what led to this man's passing. You guys tell me what you guys think regarding this article that's been released. So I think it's going to be a while, you guys, before we find out, because usually when they're doing a toxicology test, it could take a couple months too. We'll get lucky if we can get it in a couple of weeks, but it can take a couple months. So that's what my belief is. You guys tell me what you guys think about this article. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say. All right, take care.